Dive into a chilling true crime documentary that blurs the lines between reality and supernatural horror. A family's descent into madness reveals a terrifying journey of possession, ritual, and unexplained phenomena. Perfect for true crime, ASMR sleep stories that will keep you on the edge of your darkness. Gather close and listen carefully. Some stories aren't meant to be told twice, and this one has haunted me for years. The night was unusually still in the mountains of Taiwan. February 2005. The kind of stillness that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand at attention. Most people don't understand how silence can be louder than any scream, but I do. The Wu family lived in a house that seemed ordinary from the outside. Three-story building, tucked away in a neighborhood where neighbors knew each other's names but not their secrets. But secrets, my friends, they have a way of clawing their way out. Sister C was the first to notice something was wrong. A college student, typically bright-eyed and rational. But rationality is a fragile thing, easily shattered by what lurks just beyond our understanding. Her nightmares began simple enough. A figure, the third prince, a mythological guardian deity who protects children, but protection in the world of spirits is a double-edged sword. Every night, I have the same dream. The third prince watching, waiting. His presence filled her room like a thick, suffocating fog. Migraines that would drop her to her knees, pain so intense it felt like something was trying to claw its way out of her skull. Her parents weren't surprised. They were believers. The kind of believers who see the spiritual world not as a possibility, but as a certainty. Your soul has wandered, her mother would say. Words that sound like a comfort, but carry the weight of something far more sinister. They sent her to the temple, a place of cleansing, of restoration. But some stains can't be washed away. Some curses can't be broken. Little did they know, this was just the beginning, a single thread in a tapestry of madness that would consume an entire family. Some stories are best left untold, but some demand to be heard. Some transformations happen slowly, others in the blink of an eye. Sister A was different, the eldest, the one who'd always been the family's rock, working her convenience store in Taipei, living a life of routine and predictability, until that phone call changed everything. Her mother's voice carried a weight she'd never heard before. "You must come home immediately." Most would hesitate, question, but not Sister A. Family, in their world, was an absolute, a command not to be ignored. The family reunion seemed normal at first. Mr. Wu had prepared a feast, plates laden with food, smiles, conversation. But underneath, a current of something else, something waiting. The first sign came that night. Sister A woke up drenched in sweat. Her scream, a sound that wasn't human, not entirely. "I am the goddess of mercy," she declared, the words tumbling out like broken glass. Her family didn't recoil. They listened, intently, as if they'd been expecting this moment their entire lives. But mercy? There was nothing merciful about what was coming. She began to change. Slowly at first, bruises appearing on her skin, patterns, symbols. Her eyes, they were different, watching, always watching. The self-harm started quietly. A scratch here, a bruise there. Then it became something else entirely. Her parents would tie her down, bind her, not out of cruelty, out of protection. Or so they believed. The demon must be expelled, her mother would whisper, words that would echo through the house like a curse. But demons, my friends, are not so easily removed. They dig their roots deep. They make a home. And the Wu family? They were about to discover just how deep those roots could go. Some families have secrets. The Wus, they had something far worse. There's a thin line between belief and madness. And the Wu family? They danced on that line, like performers on a razor's edge. It wasn't just Sister A anymore. The possession spread through the family like a wildfire consumes a dry forest, unstoppable, consuming. One by one, they transformed. Mr. Wu first, standing in the middle of their living room, his eyes glazed. "I am the Jade Emperor," he proclaimed, "supreme ruler of heaven, the absolute authority." His wife didn't miss a beat. "And I," she responded, "am the Queen Mother of the West, a goddess with power over creation, destruction, life, and death." The other sisters followed. One became the seventh fairy, another the third prince. Even the youngest son declared himself the drunken monk. An entire family, possessed, but not by darkness, by divine entities, or so they believed. They began their ritual, not of exorcism, but of something else entirely. Salt and rice spread across the floor. Symbolic, protective, or so they thought. They believed demons couldn't cross such barriers. Those impure spirits would be trapped, neutralized. But purity, cleansing, those words lost meaning quickly. They began to beat each other, not with anger, with purpose, with the belief so strong it transcended reason. Broomsticks, walking sticks, anything they could find, striking, purifying. Burn marks appeared. Uniform, precise, like someone had taken a tiny hot needle and marked each piece of flesh with mathematical precision. The neighbors heard everything. Splashing sounds, chanting, screaming, but nobody intervened. In that neighborhood, some things were better left unheard. They believed one of them harbored a demon, and they would find it, cleanse it, no matter the cost. Some hunts consume more than their prey. Some stories end. Some just dissolve into a nightmare. The cleansing ritual consumed them, not metaphorically, literally. They began with salt, with rice, with prayers. But prayers, my friends, are double-edged blades when wielded by the desperate. Feces, urine, words that make you recoil. But to the Wu family, they became something else. Purification, cleansing, a way to drive out the demon they were certain resided within them. Sister A suffered the most, the eldest, the first to be possessed. Her body became a battlefield of unseen forces. Bruises, burn marks, tiny perfect circles dotting her skin like a macabre constellation. Uniform, precise. Each marks a testament to their belief. They stopped eating. Food became irrelevant. Their only sustenance, the very substances most would consider toxic, contaminated, impure. The neighbors heard everything, and nothing. 2 days, she lay there, motionless, before anyone found her. The hospital's autopsy revealed a horror beyond comprehension. Multiple organ failure. But the details? The marks? The substances found in her body? Some truths are better left unspoken. The rest of the family? Vanished like smoke, like a nightmare that decides to walk away. 5 people, gone, just like that. Some mysteries don't end. They simply wait. When the police found them, it was like discovering a photograph of madness. The eldest daughter, Sister A, was gone. Her body is a testament to 2 months of unimaginable horror. Multiple organ failure, they said. Clinical, detached, as if words could contain what happened. The remaining 5 Wu family members were found in a temple, an hour from their home, covered in bruises. Those same circular burn marks, identical to Sister A's. The psychiatrist's report was clinical. No signs of individual mental illness. But together? A shared delusion. Collective psychosis. No charges stuck. Abandonment of a corpse, but no prison time. They walked free. Returned to what? Normal life. Neighbors spoke in whispers. Some believed they were truly possessed. Others saw a family destroyed by extreme superstition. A few wondered about something darker. Mold poisoning, some suggested. The house's poor ventilation, the constant burning of incense, the lack of sunlight. But the Wu family knew different. They had cleansed something, expelled a demon. At least that's what they believed. The movie Incantation would later be made, based on their story. But movies are just stories, shadows of something deeper. Some curses don't end when the story stops. They simply wait. A true crime story that defies explanation. A family's journey into the darkness between belief and madness.